put it in the public domain. But I allow few members to be aware of it. But one of my brothers, we know him very well. He loves writing. And if you know his profession, you will not begrudge him for that. If you doubt me, you can ask Brother Wishinanoge and Sister Chidima. I think they'll tell you more about his profession. They like writing. So I thank every member of the church for that celebration. Because of this topic that I want to handle, I didn't want to make it as if I want to show up with it. So I didn't want to put it before. That is fine. And I pray that God is going to elevate each and every one of us in our own time. In Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, they are not ready, but I'm ready. So what I'm going to talk on is exaltation of the humble. Do we hear that? Yes. Exaltation of the humble. Humility is a vital virtue in a Christian life. It is the foundation of our relationship with God and with others. In a world today, in a world that often celebrates pride and self-promotion, humility seems counterintuitive. But Jesus teaches us that humility is a path to true greatness. Let us read our text. Matthew 23, verse 12.
3:12 reads, "And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted."
Good. I love this passage very well. Whosoever that exalts himself will be humble. And in another way, whosoever that humble himself shall be what? Shall be exalted. As we continue, we are going to look at what is humility is all about. We are going to look at the benefit of humility. We are also going to look at the danger of pride. Then we may look at the factor that's used to militate against people being humble and some other things like that. God is going to help us. Humility recognizes dependence on God and our place in His plan. Humility is surrounding our pride and self-interest. Humility is not low self-esteem, but self-depreciation. What I mean here is, when you are humble, right, that does not mean that you are timid. That does not mean you don't know what you are doing. It's not limiting your worth. It's not limiting anything about you. You are only humble in order to have peace with God, in order to have peace with humanity. That is the essence of being humble. So when we are telling Christians or telling ourselves to be humble, we are not in the same way trying to tell us not to know what we are doing. You understand? You know, there's need. It's very, very important for us to separate humility from mediocrity. As a child of God, we have been enjoined to be humble, right? But we now conclude that if we are humble, we do not know what we are doing. That was our right to say no. It would be wrong for us to encourage ourselves to be humble and at the same time not telling us the danger of not knowing the difference between humility and mediocrity. Just for instance, okay, minister, no, maybe anybody now will come to my office to ask after me. And maybe when you say you want to see Samuel, and the person that you meet, you don't say that person you don't know him. The only thing that you know here is just only to read Bible. After that Bible, you don't even know his word. You don't even know what he's doing in his office. Is that a complete good compliment? I don't think so. But when you look at it from the Bible context, it may be true. Okay, that person is always reading Bible, gentle, but when it comes to the issue of contributing to that organization, he is not there. Believe me, if there is need for that organization, except if you are lucky to be in a government establishment that maybe mediocrity and I don't care to be tolerated, but if it is one man show or some organization, if there is need for retrenchment, to be the first person to be fired. So as you humble as a child of God, make sure you know what you are doing. Make sure you are on top of your game anywhere you find yourself. Like in the case of Joseph and Daniel, they were not in the palace because they were honest and humble. Because they have value they offer. So palace could not resist bringing them close. They were exalted in their own way because they have value they offer. So if you don't, because of humility and refuse to add value to the society, you suffer for it. So as you humble as a child of God, you should also be on top of our game. Then some of the factors that make some people not to be humble in their life or to be pride. Excessive esteem, arrogancy, and sense of superiority can hinder humility. Like some people, because of the kind of job they do, because of the education they have acquired, they don't look at anybody as somebody again. They look at themselves as if they are on top of their game. Nobody can be respected. They don't humble themselves. They look at others as nobody. Then one of the factors again is ego. Overreactive ego can lead to self-centeredness, making it difficult to acknowledge others' contribution and perspective. Right? Then beauty. Some women want their beauty. Or when people are telling them, oh, you are beautiful, you are doing this and that, it gets over their head. No way, they will not respect anybody. Even their husband will be in trouble. That is why you see, this, the Nollywood especially, or the celebrities, they don't last in marriage. Not all, are not in alignment, but in cases we see it many times. And some people could be well. Some when they get money, since no other person has such money, they will not respect anybody. Like the minister was telling us, culture, society, pressure, environment can also lead to some people not to respect anybody. They're not hungry. Education, yes, some people acquire knowledge, no way to respect anybody. Then upbringing and environment. Preacher has alluded to such a thing like that. But we have cases in the Bible like Joseph, Daniel, they were in a hostile environment, but still they humbled themselves. They didn't allow such factor. So, in this kind of factor and many more that we will not be able to mention, because of time, can lead many people not to humble themselves. The danger of pride. Pride leads to self-exaltation and a focus on personal gain. Pride causes us to look down on others and forget our weaknesses. Pride leads to a fall. Let us read the book of Proverbs chapter 16 verse 8 quickly.
Verse 8 reads,
But verse 18.
Verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall.
Thank you very much. I want to give us an example of a king who started to rule at a tender age. Please, who is among the that is around 16 to 18 years? Is anybody, any youth here? 16 to 18 years, your hand. Do you have any? 16 years, 17 years, 18 years? Nobody. Okay, you are. Okay. That's fine. Yes, this king Uzziah, was a king in Israel, started ruling at the age of 16 after the death of his father. King Uzziah, also known as Azariah, was a king of Judah who ruled from around 1783 to 783 to 742 BC at the age of 60 years. He was a good king who followed God's command and brought peace and prosperity to Judah. However, toward the end of his reign, he became proud and arrogant. Right? One day, while offering incense in the temple, Uzziah disobeyed God's command by performing a tax reserved for the priest. This guy started at the tender age. God helped him. He did a lot of things that, if you start to read, look in the book of King. When you look at the book of Chronicles Second Chronicles chapter 26, if you read from verse 1 down, but I'm interested in verse 16 and 21. But when you start from verse 1 down, God helped him at that age, at the olden day. The Bible mentioned that on top of the hill, he was so advanced in technology and science and everything that he could project stone and other missile to across to the other suburb to even destroy his enemy like what we used to see in Russia and Ukraine now. At that time, he was so advanced in technology and everything. But something got into his head. So not to go to the temple to burn incense. Everybody were telling him, don't go, don't do it. This is not for you. Because of the position he has occupied, he became so proud of himself, full of himself. He went into the temple. We learned that about over 20 people were preventing him initially not to go. But when he got there, he was struck with reproach. And he was the one that ran out of the temple by himself. The same person that about 20 people could not withstand him not to go. So pride can lead to early destruction. So we need to avoid it. Then the beauty of humility. Humility recognizes our limitation and weakness. Humility acknowledges our dependence on God and others. Humility leads to a willingness to serve and learn from others. When you are humble, you like to learn from people. Some people that intentionally refuse to humble themselves. But when you do it, there will be prize for you. In Matthew chapter 20, verse 26 and 28, you see that humility can lead to greatness in God's kingdom. Not here on earth alone. In God's kingdom, you can read that at your own time. Humility opens us up to learning truth and God's guidance. That is, if you read Matthew chapter 5, verse 5, it says, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Meekness is a character that opens destiny door of opportunity for people. There is no human being that wants to dwell or to be in a place where pride abounds. If God resists the proud, it means the proud has no future. When people are full of themselves, they are empty of God. They are also empty of people. Right? For instance, some people don't think that you can amount to anything in life. They think that you are not at their level. They see you as nobody. There is a lady work together in the airport. When she came newly, we were together. We used to greet each other every morning. Sister, how are you? How is your husband? How is your children? All this, that. It was when she came, in terms of age, she, I think, older than many of us there, but she tried to bring herself to us so that she may learn one or new thing from us since she came to us new. So, but anytime I asked her, sister, how is your husband? How is your family? I used to see some kind of difficulty in her before answering me, and I didn't know what was going on. Until one day, called one of my friends that used to work closely together. He told him that that your friend Samuel, I'm ashamed of him because I have problems. I don't want to tell him. The story that she told my friend was that the uncle was a governor during the time of that Abacha time that some people were governor 2 days before the Abacha swept them away. Right? So she finished her NYC that time. She was in the government house. So all those drivers, PA to the governor, everybody that worked in the government house that time, they wanted to marry her. Some of them were coming close to her. They were looking down on all of them. The ordinary driver, ordinary PA, ordinary this, ordinary. So people say ordinary driver. Someone that drives is ordinary driver. I don't think so. No. See, even in that, if God have told the usher to hire their driver, can you come here ordinary driver? No, let alone. So according to this lady, he just communized all of them. According to her, as at that time, say now, most of them are senators, some of them are now House of Representatives, some of them command a lot of businesses, and some of them in abroad doing well. He said, but when she want to settle down and marry, the other people that to go, they only chop and go. But I don't know what it is by chop and go. That is the danger inhibit in pride. When you allow yourself to not to be accessible because of pride, maybe because your uncle, your brother, your father is working in a place and you are there, you commonize everybody, it's going to be difficult. So we should run away from being proud. Be proud unnecessary. Things that you're supposed to let go, you not let go. There was a man in my village there. He told us that he never fight till he became old because to him, God does not give everybody or someone everything 100%. That if you have one today or have one, then God will give you another one. That if you are taller than me, then I'm shorter than you, right? Like my brother Ojobo. If not because of that, I should allow him to come up here. If you see us, he is taller than me, right? Thank God he's a lawyer. There is no way he can go to court and challenge me that he is taller than me and at the same time shorter than me. It's not possible. Can you prove it? It's not possible. He is taller than me, and I am shorter than him, I'm shorter than him. There's nothing you can do about it. So we should allow to let some things go. If somebody say he's wealthier than you, yes. He is richer than you, yes, but you are poorer than him. Bashik Nava, what you call it? No, you say about talker. Listen this now. He's richer than you, then you are poorer than him. So if we should allow some things to go. See, the challenges you have in this world because we are not hungry enough. If somebody has something, you don't have, now let everything go. If somebody say you are nobody else, you are somebody. Abi, let us go now, you are somebody. See, to be fair, people that are somebody, they will not be made out to you. But those people that will not even talk, fear them past. There was a time, airline brought in somebody's bag that you must check that bag. If not, it's not going to board. The guy during Obasanjo, he said, I'm calling my lawyer now. I'm calling Obasanjo now. Anybody that dare touch my bag, I'll call Obasanjo. Everybody keep quiet. Airline were looking at him. Okay. The guy looked until when he was about to miss his flight, he did not beg. He knelt down to beg for that bag to check for him to go. Very simple thing. Okay, if you don't have, and after we check the bag, nothing incriminating that bag. Just because of pride, instead of it to allow subject himself, let them check the bag and go. He exposed his ignorance. He exposed everything that he is not. Say, I will call Obasanjo, I will call my lawyer. At the end of the day, let that to back because he needed to travel. So we need to humble ourselves. When we do that, a lot of things that we are going to accomplish effortlessly. Then we have how to practice humility. I'm jumping something quickly because of our time. Before that, I want us to look at the life of Elisha and Elijah before I conclude. You know, Elijah is one kind of tough prophet that is difficult for some people to work with if it is now. He was the one that went to Ahab. From today, there will be no rain. People suffer at that time. Another time, one king was going to send his messenger to go and inquire if it was on sick, on bed sick. So he now asked the servant to go and make an inquiry whether he's going to survive. The messenger was going his way. Elijah met him. Go back and tell your master he's not going to survive that sickness. The man went back and told his master, I met somebody on the way and this is what he told me. He said, who should be that person? Okay, describe him. After description, he said, that description fits that of Elijah. He assembled about 50 soldiers with their captain to go and bring Elijah to him. When they came and they met Elijah sitting on top of a mountain, come down, he commanded fire, consumed them. They assembled another 50, the same thing happened. That was the kind of person Elisha. I'm talking of humility now. How to humble yourself. Elisha walked with Elijah, despite the fact Elijah was a tough person. When Elijah was to be taken up, they moved from Gilgal. They came to Bethel. Son of the prophet, they saw Elisha there. They said, look at this man. Don't you know that your master will be taken away? Hold your peace, I'm aware. Probably some of them were looking at Elisha, but Elisha was aiming a double portion. He didn't care. You know, in life, when you want to achieve anything, some people may look at you that your loyalty may that as mumu. No, it's not mumu. See, before you can achieve anything from somebody, make sure that your loyalty should be 100%. But I'm not telling you that your loyalty should affect your faith. I'm not encouraging you that as long as you are going to be loyal or going to humble yourself, it's not come in conflict with your faith. Anything that is going to come in conflict with your faith, you should avoid it. But practically, we have seen it in life. People that succeed mostly are the people that are loyal and humble to the core. They serve people selflessly. They are not high-handedness. I was talking to you the other day. I told them that a time will come, son of you may be dear to people. Know how you manage your relationship with them if you want to go far in life. Right? Serve people well. So Elisha followed Elisha. Some of those prophets that were telling him that, don't you know that your prophet, your master is going to be taken. All of them are sons of prophets. All of them are sons of prophets. But maybe because of the nature of Elijah, some of them they alienated themselves from Elijah. They could not come close to him. Probably some of them were telling Elisha, this guy is over Sabi. Eye service. One of our guys will tell us eye service is better than no service. Yeah. You know, when you are close to somebody, when you are serving some people faithfully, there are some people outside there will be gossiping that you are doing eye service. Continue to do your eye service as long as it's not going to in conflict with your faith. Continue to do. In due time, you are going to repeat. That was happening to Elisha. He came to Jordan when Elijah was taking of what happened to him. He got double portion. Bible says that double portion of Elijah's spirit. That is power. He got it because he followed him. He served him anywhere they go. And we could have many examples of people that because of the pride, they didn't end up well, like the Nebuchadnezzar. One day he rose, he was walking through his empire. He looked at the whole Babylon. He said, it's my hand that do this Babylon to people so beautiful like this. What happened to him? He went into the bush. He became animal. He was in the bush for several years until he came to his senses to recognize God's position. Then he was restored back to the throne. Many examples like that in the book of Daniel, you see there. Even in the book of Acts chapter 12 verse 21, you can read it. Herod, at a point, Herod was talking. People begin to hear him. They say this voice could not be the voice of human beings. This should be the voice of God. What happened to him? Angel came and struck him. He died immediately. We learned that one eat up his flesh. So, when you want to give God his position, do. But if you don't want to give God his position, you don't want to humble yourself, you die. And when you die, you will not go to heaven. That's the annoyance of not being humble. People that are humble, they reap it. And people that fail to humble, you see what happened to them. So, whatever we do in life, we should try at all costs to be humble. Anything that we do in this life, try at all costs to maintain that humility. Humility can take you to a far place that you can expect. When you humble yourself, nothing on earth that you cannot do. At times you see some people that they are not even up to your standard of education, they are not up to standard of whatever you have, but you see them making move more than you, but you could see them going to places, even meet some high people more than you because of what? Because of them, they humble themselves, because they serve people very well. They don't do anything that to hurt people, but rather, anytime wherever they find themselves, they will maintain peace. Wherever they find themselves, they will not go against any instruction. They obey every dictate. They pay attention to every dictate. When you do that, you don't know where you are going to go. You will go very far. Like Joseph, what heaven and earth is not because of what they do alone. Because they humble themselves. They bring themselves down. So when people see them, people will see that, these people, they are good to work with. Let's all read quickly in the book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 5 and 8. Quickly, please. It's very important.
Philippians 2, verse 5 reads, "Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus, who, being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself, and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross."
Thank you. So, is anybody here that can say that humility is not necessary? When our Master, our Lord Jesus Christ himself, has humbled himself to the extent that he died because of us. Don't look down on anybody in life if you want to go far, as I said earlier. I want to emphasize it again. Try to make yourself humble. It's going to help. There was a time I was to receive one VIP, begging Atlantic, and that airline used to come very early. So I woke up late. So before I could reach airport where I used to park car, so I was in haste. I couldn't wind up the driver's, the passenger side of my glass. So I rushed. And I stayed till evening when I was coming. I discovered that the window of my car was down. I say I have lost a lot of things now. I started shouting from far because I have some valuables there. But when I came, I discovered that everything in my car were intact. I didn't know what happened. But there's a guard, security guard there. You know, as at that time, at times if I close 200, I used to give to him. I think 200, that time I can work like 2,000, right? I think the highest one I gave to him that I remember was 500. But anytime, if I come in the bus, if I want to greet him, I'll greet him, Oga. No, he will say, no, Oga, now you be Oga. I say, no, now you be Oga. You are the one guiding our car here. So as I was driving out, he met me, say, Oga, I didn't have your number. I would have called you that this your car. You didn't wind up. So what I did was that anytime I see people coming close to that place, I started patrolling in that place. And I even arranged something so that if rain falls, begin to fall, then I will cover the place. I say, thank you. I left. You see? You think he did that job because I was just passing there without anything. You know, some of you will say, this guy is just a megad now. That megad is not just a megad. They have their own way of helping. Megad is not just a megad. When Brother Tony was talking about house help the other day. Somebody asked question, what if you are paying the house help, must you take of the house help? Do you know the story of Naaman? It was house help that helped him. Naaman was a great man. Naaman supposed to be like an army chief now. Very big man in the army, but he was a leper. At his level, he might have gone to all the hospitals, might have spent all the money. Probably he might have been thrown abroad many times. But it was the house help that recommended Elisha for him to go and get healed. And when he obeyed the house, what happened to him? It was him. So in the same way, anybody can help us. Don't overlook anybody in your life, no matter how God position you. See, at times God position you to help the less privileged. See, if you cannot help anybody, don't compare to their problem. If God has blessed you and you cannot bless anybody, don't add to their problem. You understand? Be humble. If you have money, be humble. If you are educated, be humble with it. If you are beauty, be humble with it. Anything that you are. So, as you do that, God is going to help us. As you do that with intention, because God Himself, that Jesus Christ Himself, has done it. Before I conclude, I also want to reiterate again, please, in case somebody now will live there, say, okay, see, they have said that we should be humble or should humble ourselves. If I go back to my office, I will just remain on my quietly, I will be reading my Bible, I will not do anything again because they say to be gentle. No, don't do it. I have warned you already. That as long as you are gentle, you should know what you are doing. Because if you are not on top of your game, it's dangerous also. So we should blend it. Be humble and also be intelligent, right? So that we can go far. Like as I gave example of myself, like Brother Ogo now. If someone should go to his hospital, then after operation, maybe he forgot a bandage or forget a seizure and then close up the place. 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 1 year, then the person has developed another problem. They come back and say because of that operation of Brother Ogo. Is he a plus? No, a plus. Because he's humble. So he should not know what he's doing when he goes to hospital. Or Brother Wisin Anuge, maybe after taking break from the client, you go to court now. Just simple section 34 that talks about human rights. Is that because of humility? Not at all. So as you are home, you should know what you are doing. So humility is not weakness, but strength. So it is the key to building strong relations. I'm concluding now. Learning from others and growing in your faith. Right? Humility is a journey, not a destination. May we strive to follow Jesus' example, embracing humility as a way of life. Dear Heavenly Father, help us to humble ourselves before you and others. May your grace teach us to walk in humility, and may your life reflect your love and character. Amen.